dragon fights, because you've got a Kha'Zix for isolation damage on it. You can kill it really quickly, and you've got plenty of AoE damage to answer if Cognitive come to contest it. So I think, you know, Complexity are going to be the ones looking for those team fights, whereas Cognitive are going to be praying for the picks. They've got the Thresh Hook, they've got the Cocoon, and then they have Lysandra for locking up whoever they are able to land skill shots on.
You know what's interesting is you talked about dragon fights being important. Jesse has run with Teleport Rumble.
Whoa.
So he doesn't even want... I mean, I feel like
you should punish him for that in lane.
Yeah, but there's two thoughts here. So one is like Olaf Rumble doesn't have any kill threat anyway. Like very little, especially against Shyvana. So he's like, screw it, screw the kill like pressure, but you're right about punishing it, right? If they get a gank and he's pretty defenseless, Jesse could go down. But I feel like that's the one lane you weren't expecting to gank for in the first place, and that's going to pull Ziplock's attention somewhere where I don't know if it's really needed. It's just a thought. We'll see. Maybe he's better than I am. See what he goes for with this one.
So we've been staring at this mid lane for a while. I guess that was a little bit of BM. Auto attacks going down immediately, and Caitlyn gets thirsty. Chugged her health potion already. It's going to hurt her in lane.
Yeah.
Substantially.
She takes damage.
So
she is Caitlyn.
I mean, the Sivir lane's always looking to try and push in, but so is Caitlyn.
Yeah.
And they're kind of going to be fighting over those minions, so we'll have to see if nothing here can make up for his lack of health potion with lane phase play.
Ooh, good one over the wall. Hook on the support, daddy. Auto. I think you missed the Q, actually.
Well, he hit impactful, so still hit? Question mark.
So that was not as impactful as it could have been, though.
Count it, yeah.
Okay. Minions getting swept away. That's going to hit him again. Still doesn't care too much. Let's see how the lane pans out, because the Ricochet's on cooldown now for the next few seconds.
Now, if you're hitting 2 people every time with your Piltover Peacemaker, do you award a greater than 100% hit rate?
Yes.
Freak?
Yes, you do.
Oh, so you get extra points for that.
Yes, you do.
Mr. Olympic Judge.
So far, it's only 2 hits and 2 shots.
I agree.
It's just hits over shots, that's all it is.
Now,
Karthus has really high ult accuracy. It's like
that's why there's no award for that.
I'm just saying.
Yeah. Look at this, though. Fighting over the level 2, as usual. Staying pretty even.
Alright,
and
2 first for Complexity.
Lack of health potion doesn't look like it will come into play very early.
Zhang King getting the zone. Look how far back they're playing. CS missed by impactful. 5 to 8 in minions so far. That's a lead for nothing here. And they are giving so much respect to Caitlyn Thresh right now.
And also, freely, he can pick up the souls now without having to take harass for them or anything. That's always very nice when you are Thresh. You want to try and get as many as you possibly can.
Yeah. So Jesse here has opened up Electro Harpoon into Scrap Shield. He's letting Rich Rich bull him around, but he's going to hit level 3 soon, and the last hit under turret if he can. Right. Elise making invades now. Look at this.
Well,
behind Golden Glue.
Lysandra can set up ganks pretty well, and if he can hold him in place for the Cocoon,
good lead.
Then, you know, you can chain that CC. However, Samphira not able to land the AoE snare, and it's just going to be a hop away for Golden Glue.
Jesse's down to half. They're looking for him.
So is Richie Rich.
NK Inc. guessed the wrong spot, though. Jesse's surrounded.
Punish him for that teleport. I mean, that's definitely the right call here, especially with Elise who can repel the damage.
Jumps in, repel goes in the air, Richie Rich.
Oh no! Better take it now! What are you waiting for?
The flash? Ooh, wow.
Okay, so the thing about Elise repel, if you cast on the ground, yes, you're going to have to wait the whole 2 seconds if there are no minions. But there were minions walking through there, so you don't want to wait any longer than you have to.
Yeah.
And come right back down because, you know, Shyvana tanking up that turret for you isn't going to wait long. He only had 1 more shot to die. Very close play right there. But they got exactly what they needed to be done, and nobody lost their life to the follow-up game from Olaf, who also burned his ghost.
That's true. He tried to get there and couldn't find it. Interesting thing to note, did you know? So once Rumble was dead, and once Ziploc had finally landed on the ground and the spiderlings had respawned, Richie Rich could have dodged turret aggro, and it would have hit the spiderlings before it hit Ziploc.
Yeah, it does acquire targets on the spiderlings first.
Yep.
So that's a thing. Like, a lot of people, when they rappel up and there are no minions lying down to land on, they get antsy because you have to sit up there for the whole 2 seconds if there's no target.
Yeah. If you're the only one, though, it will go to you first. Elise does land before these spiderlings, but as long as like it loses its old target
on somebody else, yeah. If he moves out,
yeah, and your lightnings are on the ground, then you're okay. Couple of
it used to.
Yeah, used to just like
auto acquire on the spiderlings when just you were there.
And then it was easy to terror dive people.
And everyone complained because that's just ridiculous.
It's a little strong.
Now, I would probably see some repeat ganks because anytime you have a global, like I always used to say this back in Season 3, you want to go to the source of the global, so that would be Rumble, since he has his teleport. You want to go attack him before he's able to join the fight anywhere else. If you're joining the fight anywhere else, not only can he join, but you can also get counter-ganked. And that's no fun.
Well, Zamfira has that idea in mind.
Jumps
in the wall.
Snag him.
W. Blaze Q. Ignite is on no
level 5 for
Jazzy.
He's level 5 though, so no ulti.
Oh, Q doesn't land. He gets out. Close.
How close is he to level 6? I really wish we could click on him.
Golden glue is now, so
yeah,
not
he's got to be like half a wave or something. Oh well. Very, very close. They were able to chase Rumble out of lane. Still good news for Cognitive. Still things rolling their way. Now, it's Complexity.RED that are going to have to make something happen here. Olaf without Ghost, it's hard for him to force any ganks, so I don't really expect him to come up in any big plays. It's mostly just try and farm and stay around the lane that you think will get ganked so that you can come counter gank if a play starts to take place.
See if it gets the Spidey sense, right? See if you can find out where Ziploc's coming in. Something interesting for me is Cog just grabbed Sork shoes on their jungler and their mid laner. So they're trying really hard to make like aggressive bursty plays pretty early on. I don't normally see Sork shoes retch unless you're looking for that.
For both of them?
Mid and jungle, yeah.
Yeah.
It's fairly common for Elise, but like...
Elise, oh my gosh, she loves the early game here. So hopefully, for her sake... Oh god, this is going to be dangerous.
Good ward.
Ziploc can't get that far over, though, with the repel. He's just barely out of the range there. And it was pretty dangerous for Olaf to try and contest that second blue spawn in the first place. So it's a good habit for both teams, actually, to be aware of the 7-minute timer, which is pretty easy to keep.
Yeah.
And always be looking for that counter blue.
See what they go for here. So, mid lane, minions dying back and forth. Pretty equal minion kills for these guys. 0-0-0, 57 minions. Jesse definitely behind early. He'll catch up by about 3 minions on this wave. But certainly that gank has set him behind. He's losing this lane to Richie Rich. And it's going to be, I guess, his team fights that'll set him apart and have more impact in this game.
Yeah, and I'm actually surprised that he has not defensively warded for the tower dive, because the tower dive could keep happening to Rumble here. You know, he's got no defensive summoners, and he doesn't have a lot of defensive stats either built up, so no defensive ward for him.
Yeah.
But, you know, the call has been made to the other side of the map.
And Jesse's actually burned his teleport already, and Cognitive, I believe, sensing this, have actually gone for Dragon right now. The team is grouped up, and no one's even trying to stop him.
So Elise, both of her spiderlings died to the dragon. They died for the cause, for the gold, and that will be one more objective, but as you said, Jezzy has to stay up in that top lane with no teleport. Keeps on pushing it.
There's the ultimate impactful. The root's going to land as well. Good damage there. Can the good flash. Good flash. Good flash.
So they got the flash out of him. And it was a good job by Cog not overcommitting to that. Just waiting for one thing here. There's no ulti for Rumble now.
Can he take too much damage now? Richie Rich, level 7, does have the own ultimate. Jezzy forced a flash.
He has Dragon Form and Flash.
Okay, Richie Rich still going to chase Jezzy, putting the slows down as best he can. Can he still get away? Got Kha'Zix there, but Lysandre coming around the side.
2 to 3 though.
Okay, Richie Rich down to 2/3. Here comes the jump in from Zamfir. Goes Flash W. Is that going to be enough damage? Because Elise is not in range. Ziploc misses the repel. And Jezzy getting a 1 for 0 so far. They're going to trade back 1 for 1. NK Inc. shows up. Pops his ghost again. Golden Blue chase down. Picked up. Ziploc making it happen. NK Inc. still on the chase, but now he's outnumbered.
He's got his ulti left. Ragnarok is available. Even
Richie
if he
Rich
does get...
No flashing Richie Rich. That's dangerous, but Ziploc gonna force Inc. away.
So, again, repel 2 seconds sort of in the penalty chamber for that one. Ends up making it up. Has to bring a splash though.
2 for 1. Zamfir burning every one of his spells now. Flash, ignite, everything. Same for Golden Blue, I suppose. But the first dragon going to Cognitive now. 1,800 gold, putting the LCS promo tournament incumbents in the lead.
I like that.
Yeah, thought it was interesting.
The damage though for this Cognitive team, if we look towards the late game, not as high as last time around, and especially going up against a Sivir Kha'Zix Olaf here.
Oh yeah.
They're definitely going to be lacking in the damage unless they build it from all their sources. We're probably going to see like Play the Ruin King on Shyvana to add some there. Well, Ziploc coming in for the gank again on the Jezzy.
And that's going to be nowhere for Rumble, who's going to get the kill. Not a good ulti. That was weird.
Yeah, that's all I can say after that ulti. Now, he does really like Rumble, though. This is definitely one of his champions. He's played a lot, and in the play-ins, they had great success with them. I don't know if he took teleport in all of those ones.
Not that I remember.
It doesn't seem to be working out so far for them.
Well, top turret's going to be going down. Unfortunately, if you had hit the equalizer on the minion wave, maybe you would have kept it alive. But it's going to be turret number 1 of the game going now Cognitive's way. 3,000 gold, putting these guys closer and closer to a 2-0. Just 11 minutes in to this game. Nothing here. Pretty big lead in the lane. So last time we had a Caitlyn Sivir lane. It was actually the players were switched. And the Caitlyn, that time played by Impactful, had the minion kill lead, but got ganked around. Golden Blue and NK Inc. looking for the damage onto Zamfir. The hook's going to land. By hook, I mean axe, and that's going to be enough for the kill. Nicely done. NK Inc. and Golden Blue.
And I have to say, Golden Blue was expecting that one too. He shot his Void Spikes out towards where the claw was going. Not to be fooled, but the range wasn't there. So he almost did it himself. But NK comes in for the long-range axe. And they're able to turn it around. I think that is going to be a problem. If there's something for Complexity fans to be rooting for here, it's definitely Golden Blue, because he is going to be the one carrying this team. He's got 2 kills already. Giant 96 minions for Kha'Zix. He's already getting to the point where it gets really fun to play Kha'Zix. He's got the Hydra. That's pretty much all you need. You clear out all the unnecessary minions or spiderlings that are taking away the isolation damage. And then when you jump in, you just annihilate people.
Sounds fun. And I actually have an interesting thought as well, because all the gold for Cognitive is actually on their top laner, Richie Rich. And he's going to be fairly isolated. No teleport. On Shyvana is going to be split pushing a long time. And Jezzy gets to actually move around the map as long as he can keep the minions in good standing. I'm curious to see how much this gold lead is going to matter for Cog for the next little while.
We've sort of seen it already manifests itself in Richie Rich roaming around the map a lot more, you know, running all the way down to Dragon. And that's sort of the reason why Jesse's even in CS, even though he is down so many kills from all the dives. But Richie Rich, you know, he does have to spend a lot of time traversing the map. All that walking time, he's not acquiring more gold for his team, whereas Jesse will passively farm whatever minions have been pushed to him and then join with the teleport. And Rumble, with the counter initiate, is actually just fine. You know, even if he comes in a couple seconds later, it's not going to be the end of the world. He's not like the Malphite where you want him there at the very beginning. Richie Rich is going to go for the steal here? Doesn't actually. But he looks for the kill instead.
Gets slowed down. He's okay.
Well, yeah, not going to get anything there, but he did use his Cutlass active.
Will they stay for the turret? Yep. That's going to go down pretty cleanly. 2 turrets now for Cognitive. 3,000 gold still the score, though. So nothing's moved in a little while. Ziploc looking now for the bottom lane red buff. Damage on NK Inc. There comes the damage across. 2/3 HP, now below half for this Olaf. Trying to run. Ziploc's going to have another Q. 300 health. Another Q. More damage. Does he have it? Axe, Ignite, got him. Richie Rich getting the more money. Good Rumble ulti now. Richie Rich does not have flash. He's got no way to get out from Jesse. Slow comes in. Golden Blue's going to get that one. Shut down 500 gold. And impactful. Not a great place. Has to try to get away. Actually, all right, there we go.
They give it to Ziploc. That execution damage. My goodness, right through the barrier. Don't even care.
Ouch. Jesse's going to sweep away the bottom lane minions, but not what these guys wanted. 7-3, and look at that. Dragon is just now up. And it's a 4 versus 3 on the map.
Yep, perfect timing there for Cognitive. Every time that you do have control of the Dragon timer, it just helps your team because you can coordinate all of your moves to that side of the map and make sure that you convert kills into objectives here. Good job securing it as well. Ziploc actually so confident he walks away as he smites, trying to scare off that Kha'Zix. Alright, so let's watch the kill that we sort of missed here. Navier does go in to lock down the support. Barely trading with the support there. Lost a lot.
Yeah.
And we already saw what happened to the Sivir, who was sort of cornered under her turret.
Yep, she died.
Running in circles.
She died.
Meanwhile,
alone.
Again, we gotta keep the hope alive for this Complexity.RED team.
Sure.
Kha'Zix, Golden Glue, got a 500 gold shutdown. So,
the rich man.
Not only was the team already, you know, counting on him, a lot of their support resting on his shoulders, but even more so now.
He's the Golden Glue that holds the team together. Looks now for a Spider, who's the superior bug. Ziploc trying to get away. Boomerang Blade comes across. More burst coming through from Annie. But here comes Zamfira. Can he defend the turret? The team is regrouping. It's going to be a 5 versus 4. Gets the root onto 2. Support Daddy. About to be destroyed. Leaving some orphans behind. And now trying to run away is Richie Rich looking now for more engage. Damage on a Golden Glue. Another leap away right here. The team's going to regroup into this one. Golden Glue gets the kill. 1 for 0. And there's the Rumble ulti. The damage on the Ziploc is going to be massive. 2 for 1 in this fight. Zane King overextended. Make that 3. Overall, a 4 for 2 battle. Complexity.RED pulling it back.
There's Rumble. Showing up just in time. There we go. The counter initiate from Jesse. They're able to clean up a couple more kills in. Man, Golden Glue turning around to just execute Richie Rich with that isolation damage. That's something, even as a tank, you got to pay attention to. You're way far out in front of the rest of your team. You're isolated. Extra damage there, and he goes down quick.
Yeah. Did you just feel an earthquake? Because that was quite a rumble.
Alright, let's look at the replay. Support Daddy does get locked down instantly from this fight. So, of course, they're disengaging Flash, Blade of the Rune King for Richie Rich. But, as we said, he's isolated both this time. 2 of those isolation Qs. Boom, he's down. Zamfira obviously going to use his ulti to lock down Kha'Zix, and they get the kill. But here comes Rumble. And is able to clean it up. What is that? What was that on the Richter scale for you then?
I would say like a 2, 3, yeah, 3.
That's not very high.
Well, I was just reading his score.
Okay, a 2, a 3. Terrible.
It was really lame.
Because like that's such a pitiful earthquake. We're in California, freak. They gotta be at least.
It's only a rumble.
All right. A kill down bottom. What happened? Let's go take a look at the body.
Yeah, she's dead.
We're gonna have to CSI. Let's see what happened here. 3 members of COG, 1 dead Sivir.
Cocoon.
Do the math.
Hook.
He got obliterated. And Golden Glue barely escaped with his life, probably jumping out backwards.
Uh-oh.
Richie Rich now.
And cast aggro. Golden Glue's gonna trade his life for it. Worth it? Kill him?
He flashed.
NK Ink?
Didn't
Deal
he
the
flash
damage?
for that sucker?
No.
Golden Glue
He
flashed
did.
in.
He flashed out, maybe? Whatever. Rumble ulti goes out. Some damage in the minions. Still not going to be able to keep the turret alive. Looks like Kaga is going to grab this one for themselves.
Yes.
Sivir kill government turret.
I'm telling you, both these teams only have one direction they go, always forward. Okay, so it was the hook into the Zamfira coming in. They lock him down, and he's dead. Toast.
Nicely played. The damages
we
were
pretty
there.
much already figured that out from the crime scene.
Yep. We got a new show. We just look at bodies on League of Legends in the assist pool.
What happened here? Looks like Thresh was down bottom by himself, probably landed a hook, and the capitalization there from...
Uh-oh, support daddy. No, stop it, run away. Sivir ult pop. Gonna keep the team alive. Lantern's there. And Ziploc is gonna be safe.
I love having a Thresh on my team as Elise, because if you do repel like that, and you got nowhere to go, always such a relief to come down to that safe, warm light of the lantern.
It's no surprise that the bugs are drawn to it. I feel like Golden Glue just like can't help but leap there as well.
Yeah, he's really been drawn to it.
See if we can find some more. 4, 3, and 1.
It's really unfortunate that you can't like body block it as well anymore, since it does have its own collusion now. Can't ward block it. I thought that was a cool mechanic. I guess it's not really intended, so take it out, I guess.
I feel like ward blocking Powerball is like the lamest version of that.
Yeah.
Are you Remus?
It was always so hilarious, though. Because he makes like a skidding noise when he hits it. Yeah.
Thud. He's just sad.
Ramus already had enough difficulties, though. We don't want to add that.
You could block hooks, too. That was actually hard, though, because you had to, like, move your mouse in the correct direction and then click as well.
So, if we're going over, old bugs, things that were cool, did you know there was a period in time where Olaf's axes, the undertow, could do double damage if you land it directly on the champion model. So it was a bug.
Oh, yeah.
It was like a super OP bug, but it took a lot of skill to pull that bug off. So I thought, because I was a player at the time, that this was a really cool thing. It was a cool bug. Should leave it in there because you have to have skill to actually pull it off. However, it's ridiculous if you do, because the double damage on early leveled axes was unbelievable.
You thought Elise's level 9 burst was high.
It was too much. But it was fun while it lasted. I got to use it in a tournament, actually. So it was...
You gotta feel good about
pretty
yourself.
Funny to me, yeah.
That's good. Did you know Cleanse used to block every form of debuff? So you could put it down and headbutt and pulverize would literally not affect you?
Yeah.
That was like in the game, like on purpose for a patch.
Okay, so no more did you knows. Time for Dragon. 5 more seconds. They've got it timed. Both teams with vision.
Rumble has TP.
This will be a pretty... Yeah, I'd like him to come down early, actually. Start that channel. If you're going to contest it, start the channel early. Okay, or you can go with that call.
And
don't
show up
contest
after Dragon.
And just come in and look at the pink ward. They got the pink ward.
30 gold. That's almost the same as like 1,000.
Pretty close. Round up.
30 squared is roughly what you'd get for a dragon.
You're just throwing out math statements now.
Well, I've been thinking of like an equalizer pun for a while.
Okay.
Don't got one yet.
Keep working on it. Don't give it away.
Well, there's the
He
equalizer.
just used it.
And they're gonna go. Zamfir ulting to keep himself alive, but Golden's gonna find one jump with exhaust on his body and stays alive. 1 for 0.
That was bold. But he was rewarded
Close.
with a kill, and he escaped with his life.
Indeed.
So, worth it all the way, calculated by Golden Glue. Doing his own math over here on Kha'Zix. I have to say, taking risks like that when you are the carry of your team, and all their hopes are resting on your shoulders. Very bold move from him. And it just shows that he's not... Okay, now this would be even more bold. Go for that solo kill on the Caitlyn who's low on mana.
Oh my, are you serious? Oh, Golden Glue, please.
Oh, God.
Golden Glue.
Oh, God.
Oh, my God. You know he's going to try.
Oh, this is such a good move here. I have so much respect for you, Golden Glue.
Yes, Golden Glue. Golden Glue, do it. Golden Glue, up the here. Ah, he got it. Run. Golden Glue, come on.
Nope. Okay, he's no faker, that one. Mission accomplished, though.
I was never more excited for a kill. I've never cheered for a single player that hard before. That was great. I was so happy he did that.
Yeah, I could tell by your cheering there, if that's what we'll term it. Now, if he was faker, he definitely would have got out of that alive, right?
Easy. Koreans are naturally better.
Probably would have hopped on the wall and got some sort of wall push bug where he got shoved to the other side.
What?
I don't know. I'm just making stuff up now.
Yeah, you are.
It's my fault.
It's okay.
Carry on.
So, here's a thought on Equalizer.
Yeah.
It's weird that it's only one line, because an equal sign requires 2. It's really more like a division or a subtraction sign.
Just name. That would be just subtraction, because it's also killing people, taking them off the maps.
I mean, you could divide them. You lower their health by 1/3.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I guess.
You guess. I'm, correct here.
I like how you preface that with like, because it still opens up the opportunity for a counter-argument. We're correct. Yes, freak?
I'm just from California. I say before words sometimes. That's a good point.
Well,
dude.
We do have a congregation mid here.
Congregation?
I like it. They are congregating?
No, it's good. I liked it. What? Twin Shadows on Rumble.
I like this team. Golden Glue goes for the assassination kills deep in enemy territory, 1 versus 3. Jezzy builds Twin Shadows on Rumble. On top of his Leandry is like, you know what? That's slow from Electro Harpoons and Equalizer. Not enough. Well, need to have another one that will reveal as well.
Here's why I like it. It gives, last I checked, 6% movement speed.
Oh, yeah.
And 40 MR and 40 AP, and is not too expensive.
So, it's a Blade of the Ruined King Shyvana, though. That's not only magic damage you got to worry about. No. That's going to be painful when she jumps in on you, but...
At least Leona.
It's a cool item, because they're spooky ghosts.
Lysandra.
Everybody loves spooky ghosts.
They're very scary.
Oh, down bottom, though. In the jungle. The Vision War here, you can see how Cognitive are slowly creeping up in this red side jungle. They've got a nice line of wards here, and they've sort of established this as their territory now. They've got 3 of the 4 quadrants of the map secured, and one of them leads into Dragon. So if you can retain control of Dragon at this stage in the game, it's almost up to max gold worth. So it's a very, very important objective. Yeah. The importance to increase tremendously with the new changes to this patch. Now, split pushing here, Richie Rich is going to have a hard time because Jezzy's backing up Golden Glue. And they don't use Twin... I thought it was going to be a hard time because we were going to see Twin Shadows in action.
He's going to drag it over the wall anyway.
Yeah.
Well, Cognitive get down to the bottom lane first for a little bit of pressure onto this turret. Minions aren't there yet, though. It's going to give some time for the recalls.
Sivir heading down, and this is the opportunity for Complexity to make another move to get back in this game.
Yeah.
You can commit all 5 people to this bottom team and pop on the hunt. You'll be able to catch them. I mean, even if you have to go around a box, you don't have to go through the box. Olaf could go through it. Actually, he'll just break
He
all
can
the
take all the
walls.
walls. Yes!
Great minds.
Woo. We think alike. The bad ones get lucky sometimes.
Ragnarok. Their boxes have no place.
Nope.
Ragnarok.
Get him out of here.
All right. So Golden Glue
He thinks
previously
outside the box.
cleared that ward up there that Richie Rich was using to split push. But he's, even without replacing it, man, Richie Rich just has great split pushing instincts.
Hold on. Okay. So safe so far. These guys have definitely slowed this game down. They realize that it's an important game here a little bit. Cognitive win this best of 3. They are guaranteed in the second spring series. They're guaranteed 7 Challenger Series points, 5 for 3rd place, 2 for being top 8 at least in the next series.
Plus, I always want to state the importance of intimidation. In the Challenger League, it's your opportunity to show that your team is something to be feared, because the way that promotion works is the LCS teams get to pick who they play. So if you show up really big in the Challenger games, then nobody's going to pick you. You'll probably be left to the weakest LCS team.
True.
Well, you'll be left to the second weakest, because the weakest is getting LMQ. But regardless,
you're a little looking ahead right now. What if everyone dumps with LMQ? What if they behold Quantic?
As of right now, LMQ are the most terrifying team. So
sure.
If
Until Complexity Black plays them tomorrow.
Yeah, if teams were choosing, that's just the way it would fall. But the same principle stands. You want to have the best reputation from Challenger, so that you get picked up by a lower tier LCS team.
Well, think about EU. Oops, we first picked Rocat. Best team in Europe.
Yeah. I didn't say it was a foolproof plan.
Just a
That's
likely
just
one.
the mentality,
How smart do they feel now? Wow, we first picked the best team in Europe. That's unfortunate.
Oh, that's right!
Forward. Oh my God, the CC! Cognitive getting worked around right now. Jesse picks up one traded back now by Admiral Ziploc. The fight still continuing. Actually, this battle going nicely. 2 for 2 so far. What's going to happen now? Richie Rich still healthy. Jesse with the double kill. Running away. Richie Rich finds him. 4 members dead. 3 members dead on the other side right there.
Pick him up, Richie.
I don't think he's fast enough. Axe.
Not if he gets undertowed.
Oh my gosh, he got slowed so heavily.
Have you ever been caught in an actual undertow? Oh no, he's still on the hunt. Okay.
No,
Let's
I haven't.
Watch.
Oh.
Richie Rich.
He's on a ward.
See, it's very hard to catch Kazakhs. Especially blue left Kazakhs.
Is an undertow and 1 foot's below the other?
No. Well, I guess you could technically say that would be 1 toe under the other.
Uh-huh.
But, okay.
No.
So Kazakh gets that safe. Now we can look at the fight again. Annie plus Rumble Ultimate, my goodness. And then Freshbox plus Lissandra. So both teams answering here. And that's why it was so close. Everybody gets AoE down. And it's really Richie Rich just trying to pick his targets right now. Rumble had a bounty that big on him?
He got a triple kill in that fight.
Goodness. So he just got that bounty and it was immediately taken away?
He started out 0-3.
Man.
And then he became 5-3 and then died 5-4.
That's unfortunate for Complexity. Didn't have to turn out that way. And yet, Richie Rich just got a lot bigger.
Yeah, so he is the guy to watch for. Started the game 3-0, now 8-3. We'll see if he can go Zion Spartan in this game.
Yeah, well, I was talking about the late game damage for Cognitive earlier and how the sources are going to have to be a little bit more unexpected. Shyvana's a pretty big source now. She's got the Blade and the Sunfire Cape. This teleport in, they think Baron's already started, but it's not.
So here they go. Rich around the backside. Support Daddy Low does not get much off. There comes the equalizer. What's going to happen? 2 for 1 so far. Nothing here's got nowhere to go. Ziploc They're on the back line, but Richie Rich shows up. He is a scary person, and Jazzy still picking up well in this fight. NK battling Richie Rich, not going to win that one, though. Golden Glue also not in a good spot, running away from
Richie Rich is a god!
He is gigantic. He is a 2v2 right now. Ziploc fighting Jazzy. Jazzy trying to win.
Richie
Twin
Rich
Shadows make it happen.
I feel like they should have followed the buddy system there. They were split up. Richie Rich was doing his own thing.
He's got the slow.
Now he's
lot
going
of
to be
burn
facing
damage.
it.
And the first comes through. Golden Glue gets $500 for that one. Jazzy's showing up really big after a horrible early game.
All right, once again, boom, Complexity with a nice comeback there. So the buddy system, I have to say, should be followed when you're facing a Kha'Zix.
Yeah.
Because Ziploc was sort of up there by himself at first, taking isolation damage, and then Richie Rich sort of took his spot. Now, again, multiple sides for the initiation. Support Daddy just gets annihilated. Impactful gets annihilated. This is a three-man comeback from Complexity.RED here. Jazzy's able to wait out Zamfira Zanya, and then he joins back up. This is the buddy thing where they split up. Ziploc now by himself with Jazzy. He's having a hard time. How does he even land another? Wow, Ziploc just face checks it. He wanted to follow the buddy.
Yeah.
They wanted to go.
Because they would have 2v1 Richie Rich, so he's like, maybe I can get Golden Glue.
He wanted to hold hands so that isolation damage from Kha'Zix wasn't going to be a factor. But he ended up running right back into Rumble. He should have known Rumble was coming around because his Spiderling just got hit by a harpoon.
Exactly.
And then he turned around right into the direction the harpoon was just shot at him from.
You don't want to run into harpoons. I feel like that would hurt a bit.
You know? That definitely would hurt a bit. Especially if you're, oh, no, never mind. You said you weren't ever caught in an undertow before.
No, but what? So what happens to this? What? Explain.
Well, you just die because you got a harpoon in your face and you're going to get swept out to sea.
That's what an undertow is?
An undertow is the undercurrent.
Okay.
That's kind of dangerous at a lot of beaches.
Yeah, but what's this about a harpoon?
Pull you. Oh, that was the electro harpoons from Rumble.
Oh, okay.
He was shooting them at him, and then we just saw Ziploc run right into the harpoon.
Okay.
Back to the Baron, though, because this is the most exciting area of the map that we have in the game. Twin Shadows!
All right, Ziploc is spooky right now. Jesse's down to half HP. No engage comes in from Zamfira. The chase under nothing here. NK really going for this damage right there and finds everything he needs, but they trade back and forth. Another kill goes back onto Lissandra. The battle still continues 4 versus 3. NK Inc. and Zion King off on the side. The jump in on Ziploc. He gets zipped up. Richie Rich alone now against 4. 4-for-1 battle there. Complexity.RED have blood in their eyes.
This is why we keep talking about the end game of Sivir now. After we've seen a whole day of Sivir. Even though they're behind in gold, Olaf sped up by that on the hunt is ridiculous. And as we said, Golden Glue is always waiting around the edges of the fight for opportunities to jump in. This time around, Rumble did his job. Boom, we've got the Twin Shadows to start it off, and then burn damage on everyone to get them all low. Easy follow-up here because they've got the mobility, and man, the end game looks even better for Complexity.RED because they can do the same thing. You bait team fights out away from turrets, down at the Baron, pop on the hunt, and you catch anybody that you want to.
Yeah. And I gotta actually kind of piggyback on you talking about how good the endgame Sivir is.
Yeah.
Get us through this replay first, though.
Well, here we go. Rumble ulti does land onto nothing here at least, and NK Inc. is not going to leave his side. So that means he's going to go down early. At this point, where we got to keep track of Golden Glue. He gets out of the burn, jumps back in for the kill, and then it can easily finish off Richie Rich because he's isolated.
So I wanted to point out that the bottom lane of Complexity.RED has 0 kills and 27 assists. And you're like, yeah, you picked Sivir for the team fights because the early game's not very good. 0, 4, and 16 Sivir. Works out.
Yeah, she's not about the solo carry. It's about team play here. As Gordon Hayward said, it's very similar to basketball. Team with the the more cohesive team play and communication can
Yep.
come out on top. So in the end game, let's see here, for Cognitive, they're still looking for picks. As I said, they have a huge advantage as far as potential to pick champions off. However, Complexity should never be going by themselves. Their team fight is so strong. They don't really have a reason to wander about by themselves.
And they're going to kind of group up a little bit more this time. Looks like this team is still going to sit as a 5v5.
NK still waiting in the bush, and he misses the undertow, but he picks it right
Going
back up.
anyway, Severalty pop, Twin
Number
Shadows
two,
of course already down.
in the dirt.
Ziploc, can he find the lantern support? Daddy isolated right here on the side. Richie Rich gets jumped on now, jumps back into the team. See what happens now. NK's going to jump into the front as well. Gold Equalizer comes down. Nothing here. Very low on health. Golden Blue chasing him. Can he get it? NK gonna drop it for his troubles though. 1-for-1 so far in the battle.
Golden?
Now on the other side, Zemfira low! Chased down by Golden Glue again. Back to the other side of the fight. Jezzy finds another Sivir one as well. 2 dead versus 3 dead here. Richie Rich running away from Jezzy. He's gonna make it out actually, but another fight won by Complexity.
Yeah, Golden Glue was able to navigate that team fight very effectively. Lucky for them, he had his flash up as well. Got a couple more resets, and that should probably be some Nexus damage. Nexus turret damage, at least.
Yeah, I believe it. Let's see what we got here. Packful just killing away the minions, waiting for the minion wave. 2 guys alive. They can't stay for this one.
Yeah, Rumble recalling. I thought Rumble would come back in with a teleport, but only 7 seconds on Thresh. I like the safe play.
Safe.
Alright, so once again, initiation. This is Cognitive trying to kite the On the Hunt for as long as they can. And as you said, they isolated Annie. But as soon as they group up here, Rumble ulti on the nothing here, and everybody goes right for his face. They take out the AD carry. We talked about how he's a really big part of this team. He usually carries Cog. They take out the damage source first, and Golden Glue was able to pop back through the fight to get that 3rd kill.
Wow. So good stuff here with these guys. And, so I did the math in my head, and about 1,100 gold has gone to Impactful because of assist streaks. Or if you have more than 2 more assists than kills, you get some bonus gold in the assists. About 1,100 gold per assist streak for being 18 assists up.
Yeah, and the assist streaks for this sort of team where you run Sivir
Yeah.
just go through the roof because you're constantly team fighting.
Yep.
And it's usually going to be Golden Glue getting all the kills, so
Exactly.
everybody else is racking up assists, and your team just gets so much more money. You can see they've already broken into the lead now. Now that they have the gold lead, not only do they have this Sivir single, whoa.
Jesse jumped on, he's safe.
The Ghost's going a long ring around there. They went all the way around that Wraith camp.
Yeah. Zemfira, he actually DFG'd last in this combo.
Yeah, he wanted to get out away from the Rumble because they're so scared. As soon as On the Hunt gets popped, it's very hard for them to kite this team. This Baron, not even going down, is doing a lot for Complexity because they're constantly drawing Cog over to the side of the map they want to fight in.
Yeah.
Probably just see a repeat here.
Team fight after team fight, after team fight after team fight. Fight us at Baron, +1 kill. Fight us at Baron, +1 kill. Fight us at Baron again, +1 kill. And finally the lead now for these guys. So, it's narrow. 800 gold separates the teams overall, all things considered. And he's still playing the initiator role. And looks like Baron has been started on the top of some wards though.
Double wards inside.
They're around, but thing is, Cog are not spotted on that trip over. There they are.
I think Cog still, like, everything really relies on a really, really fortunate pick for them, and they haven't been able to get it.
Okay, Richie Rich trying to run away, pops the Randuin, but still has nowhere to really go.
Man,
Over the wall comes Lissandra, immediately self-ults. The battle has begun.
On the Hunt,
Got a
got
little
down.
impactful. Zane King on the bottom side. What's going to go down first? Looks like Jesse dropping dangerously low, trying to run away. So far, so good. 2 for 2-0 so far. Double kill for Annie. Trade it back into the top lane. Alessandra falls 4 for 1 in this battle. Golden Glue, legendary in this fight. Only nothing here alive.
Yeah, we talked to how much money he was getting in that early game. He was the hope here for Complexity.RED. He's done a great job with that money. Has not even had to proc that Guardian Angel. Even though On the Hunt ran out by the time they actually started. Oh, God.
Yeah, that's unlikely he lives.
Okay, there we go.
Ace picked up there. That's going to be the 2 turrets going down. And Complexity.RED putting themselves back in this match. 1-1 this best of 3 is now. And this is all kinds of interesting. These guys have gone back and forth in some fairly close games. So,
Sivir, right?
Sivir doing very well.
Yeah. She's got great stats today.
Yeah.